Today, I am going to talk to you about preparing for travel. We love to travel, but it is so stressful. Why is it so stressful? Today, I'm going to dig into some simple ways that you can take that stress level down as you're preparing for travel so that you can enjoy getting ready as much as you enjoy being at your destination. I'm Missy Hughes, and I'm a productivity coach. I help you follow through and get things done. Click the link in the comments to schedule your free consultation to see how you can release the stress of travel or whatever you're preparing for and enjoy the destination before you even go. So, I want to ask you, have you ever worked so hard in the time leading the week or two before you go on a trip that you actually get sick when you are at your destination? When you have time to slow down, your body just shuts down. I've done that. Have you ever had so much stress about traveling that you sabotage your plans or avoid actually going anywhere altogether? Have you ever put such high expectations on your trip that it becomes this pedestal of perfection that any mishap feels absolutely devastating to you? Yeah, me too. Um, Go to the comments and tell me what bizarre things that you do before a trip. I'd love to read what you're going through and see how we're all crazy here. So, the first thing that happens when I start planning for a trip is that I want to be caught up so that I can relax when I get there. But what my brain does, it so helpfully offers every single thing in every area of my life to get caught up on. So I start to make a list of things to do, and it's like the whole house should be spotless, not just tidy, but spotless. I mean, I'm talking about I want to wash the baseboards before I leave on a trip. All work projects should be 100% complete. There's nothing that should be in the works. In my mind, when I'm preparing for a trip, I think that everything needs to be done like I'm starting a whole new job when I get back. If I think, okay, I need a couple of items that I need to shop for before I go, my mind will tell me, oh, but you have to clean something out before you get new things. So you should start by looking at every article of clothing you own and get rid of things and start figuring out how, for the like two items that I need to add. So I also do this thing when I start to pack where I go through every drawer and assess every article of clothing to see if it's one of my favorites because I don't want to forget something that's like a great thing to travel with. This is nuts. These are things that I used to do when I travel. I've pared this back a great deal, but I bet you that you feel some of these things too. I bet you that you get a little cuckoo pants here and there when you're traveling, and you could use a little stress reliever for your prep for your stress relieving trip. So instead of feeling like the dog needs a bath, the car needs to be meticulously cleaned, the shower curtain needs to be replaced, obviously, before you get into all these things that aren't actually going to matter on your trip, I want to give you a pause and a rework for your preparations. I don't want your to-do list to become this all-inclusive, perfectionistic pre-work for your pre-worked for your preparation for going on your trip. The result of doing that is that you're stressed out. You end up wasting time cleaning out closets when you should be weighing your packed suitcase and getting a good night's sleep. So instead, you're stressed, you're tired when you're doing stuff, you forget things, your sleep is wrecked, and you show up for your dream vacation in a nightmare state. So let's calm some of this chaos and let's focus on enjoying the trip. Step one, do a brain dump of everything you think you need to do. Write down a to-do list and write down everything that comes up, all the crazy stuff, all the perfectionistic. It gets a place here. The reason you do that is so that it's like a toddler. When they have this big idea and they want to tell you about it and they want to tell you about it and they want to tell you about it, every time you say in a minute or you don't respond, they get more and more persistent, right? Your brain does the same thing. It wants to be heard. It wants you to say, you need to do this, you need to do that, you need to do this. And it gets louder and louder and louder unless you listen to it. So when you do this brain dump of every single thing, it's not that your intention is to actually complete every single thing on the planet. You just want to get it out of your head. You want your brain to feel heard. I see you, I hear you. We're handling it. We're making decisions that we need to make this happen. So the brain dump lets you get it out of your head. I'm going to list everything that comes to mind so that I'm not like, frantic at 3 a.m. saying, I need to do that too. Step two, you're going to want to skip this one, but this one's so important. I want you to sit down and write a list of all the things, but make sure it's at least 5 reasons why you want to go on this trip. Now, this is so important because it takes your mind to the person you're going to be when you're enjoying the trip. It takes you to the place where I'm the person. I'm going to the beach soon, but maybe you're going to visit someone. Maybe you're going to a new country. Maybe you're going to wherever you're going. It doesn't matter. Go be that person who's going to be in that place. I want to go on this trip. So some of the things that I wrote down for my upcoming trip, I want to spend time with the family members that I'm going to see when I go. I want to see sunrises and sunsets on the beach. I want to eat delicious seafood. I want to swim in the ocean. I want to meet random people. I want to be in a place where I've never been before. These are all things that came up for me when I did this process and I said, what do I want out of this trip? It's not just that I'm going. I know the details like the rental car company, the flight number, the flight time, what time we're going to leave the house. Those are details. They don't take me to that place where I'm like, that's going to be great. I want to be in the place where I'm feeling the wonder of travel. So take yourself to that place, and it doesn't take long. Set a timer for 3 or 5 minutes. It doesn't have to be a lot. Give yourself the space to just be in that place that you're going. Um, what this does for you is it gets you excited. It also gets you connected to really what you need when you're there. Do I need my closet to be cleaned out when I go watch a sunset on the beach? No, I do not. I need some flip-flops. I don't even need the flip-flops. I need those after the sunset on the beach, right? It makes it so clear what you need and what you don't need. What is the craziness that my brain is just offering because it feels chaotic? So it kind of throws out all that it can to try to be helpful. So when you make that list of at least 5 things that you want to feel or be or do, why you want to go on that trip, you're connecting with your future self. And then you get to open your mind to what does my future self need? So now step 3 is you're going to go back to your to-do list and you're going to prioritize. And you're going to say, I need these items are 100% necessary for this trip. I need to pack the clothes that I'm going to need to wear. I needed to talk to the dog sitters and tell them where the things are and all the crazy things about my pup. So those are things that have to happen. What doesn't have to happen is vacuuming out the car. What doesn't have to happen is, you know, cleaning all of the laundry for that's in the house. I have this crazy idea that every article of clothing needs to be cleaned before I leave. I don't know what I'm thinking. Do we all need to be naked for 2 days before I travel? In my mind, in my crazy brain, yes, we do. You can't wear clothes. They need to be clean. So what we're doing is when we prioritize, we're saying this definitely needs to happen for me to leave. This can wait till I come back. It becomes clear when you look at your future self in the place where you're going to be. So all of a sudden you see the distractions for what they are. They're distractions. When you see the confusion of what I'm doing next, it's a sense of I don't want to do anything. It all feels too much. So I'll be confused and then get nothing done. It doesn't seem productive, but that's what your brain does to just get you to calm down a little bit. We're going to instead intentionally calm down by intentionally being where we need to be to prepare for the trip. So when you do these 3 steps, do a brain dump of what your brain offers for you to do. Write 5 things that you want to do or reasons you want to be on this trip. And one thing that I would just want to say as an aside, if you find this hard to do, why you want to be on the trip, there's maybe a possibility that you don't want to be on the trip. And sometimes you got to go anyway. So that's a whole different subject, but honoring, wow, I'm holding myself back because there's a big part of me that doesn't want to go on this trip. That's really valuable too, because we do all kinds of sabotaging things when we don't want to do something, when we procrastinate and we put things off and we do all of these things. When what if we just say, hey, I acknowledge I don't really want to do this thing that I'm doing. And if I have to do it anyway, I can at least stand up for myself and be like, I see you, sister. I know you don't want to go. And let's get through this hard together. So that's just as an aside note. So you're brain dumping the to-do list. You're writing the reasons you want to go on the trip. And even in that case, if you don't want to go on the trip, there's still reasons why you're going. So connect with those two. And then number 3, you're prioritizing what is 100% necessary, and you're doing those things first. So now you make the trip a success by including the person you want to be on that trip in your preparations. Now you go from the person I used to be made herself sick with stress and dread and unimportant tasks. And of course, I did that all while rushing around because that was my gold standard. I also hated all of those feelings. So now getting clear on what feels meaningful in your future steps lets those steps of preparation be more intentional. It makes them more important and you get to be more connected to them. If you find this helpful, I want you to like this video and subscribe to my channel so that you get how to get things done tips every single week. And you can stop rushing around and start doing what you want to enjoy doing. I'd love to see you in a consultation to help you calm the stress of the chaos of traveling or in your life. I hope to see you soon.